Okay. Get my chat going here. Hi, y'all. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you. We're back. We're back on a Sunday. And I'm telling you, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and we've got a whole heck of a lot of stuff going on this week. We've got Fat Tuesday, we've got Super Bowl Sunday, and Valentine's Day in a 4-day period. My diet is out the window, y'all. It's gonna be a heck of a week. We prefer the Chiefs in our house because we used to live in Kansas City, and when we grew up, we lived in Omaha, and Kansas City was the closest professional team to us. So it was, it's great to have the Chiefs doing well and in the Superb Owl, and we're looking forward to it. I'm not sure. I know I'm gonna make some of my famous grandmother's recipe sausage balls. These are little like breakfast sausage meatballs, and they're so tasty as a little snack. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make cheesesteaks. Probably cheesesteak quesadillas in a wrap instead of a big hoagie roll, or just some good old burgers that I was thinking about making. Either way, I'm getting hungry, and I am excited for what's going to come on later. It's good to see all of you. Thanks for joining me. Megan sends her regards. She is basically without voice. She is struggling with a sinus infection, so she is saying hello from the nether regions and trying. Sure, if you want to say hello.
Don't turn the camera. Just this is what I sound like right now, y'all. So, hi. This is my voice.
That's not so good. Yeah, they're sending hugs and well wishes to you, Meg. So
I appreciate you all. Lots of love to you all.
Lots of love. Yep. So yeah, get better, Meg. Indeed. Yeah, she is struggling with this a little bit, but we're going to try to make it better, and that's why she's not on camera today. So she's enjoying her lunch. She's got some soup going, and I think that's a good thing. Let me tell y'all, actually, let me first say hello to all who are here. Let's see, we've got Andrew and Leffe and Ray. Hi, Ray. And there's Bill. Hi, it's good to see you, Bill. Soggy is here. Let's see, Matt's here. Tursk is here. Lashers, awesome. Katja, Big Fooney, what's up? Let's see, Johnny and T-Bone and Split and Matt and Ricardo. And like I said, Soggy. There's Brownfinger. We're keeping it brown today, my good friend. And who else? Janine's here. Wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with me today, y'all. We'll spend about 30 minutes, I think, together. And then I am moving on to other things. I got to get a few things done before I close up shop for the big game tonight. And we do have a good week coming up, I think, as well. Hey, there's Arrow. Arrow is still alive, and it's Mardi Gras. So Arrow, just you got to get through a few more days, and you're going to be fine. I should have put my beads on. Shucks, they're over on the in the other room. My Mardi Gras beads. They're with me in spirit. They're with me in spirit. It's good to see. Oh shoot, Megan's getting them for me. Now oh shit. Now I got to get them. Relative time works. I will take that prediction, my good friend. Yeah, I think the
Put them on just like that.
I'm gonna put them on just like this. There we go, friends. Happy Mardi Gras. Awesome. Split's going, what does this button do? Exactly what it just did. How about that? Excellent, excellent. What's up, Steven? Lawrence is here. And there's Alan and Dan and rock and roll, y'all. Excellent, excellent. So, we had a pretty great week last week. And just to remind y'all of everything, we started with Judas Priest and their song Victim of Changes. And we listened to the original studio version, which miffed a few people because there's like, where's the live version? It's hard to tell which version to do sometimes, y'all. Thank you, Arrow. I got it going. I also bought some King Cream donuts today that are chocolate covered, so that they look like footballs. So there's my that's as close as I can get to a beignet, and they're pretty good. Yeah, Ray says studio versions are better. Most of the time, if I've never heard something, I'm going to go to the studio recording, because it's the version of record, version on the record, version of record that the bands and artists have put forth, and then they do spins on them and versions of them for their live audience. And so some can be, if I've heard it and I have really good reason to go for a live version, I'll do that. Or if somebody specifically requests a live version of a song, then I'll normally go with what they suggest. But most of the time, I weigh the studio versions higher than live versions, just because I want to hear what they originally wanted to do with it first, and then I can go to other versions of it and see how they differ. And so that's the idea that I've got there. Let's see. Besides Judas Priest this last week, we did an extended play lounge, which featured drama from Yes. 6 songs without John Anderson or Rick Wakeman. They departed the band when, as this album was being created. Financial differences, artistic differences, and Trevor Horn and Jeff Downs, if I remember right, they come into Yes and join up with Chris and Alan and Steve and make this great album. It was I read about all the drama that was involved in the making of that album called Drama, and it's amazing the quality of music that they were able to come up with despite all of the stuff that was happening behind the scenes. So that's our new extended play lounge, and I'm excited to have it there on YouTube. No, it's on Patreon. Sorry. Last Wednesday we did Marillion with their song Ocean Cloud. That was our last of the guest DJ days, where we've featured music selected by our moderators on the Daily Doug, and Nick picked Ocean Cloud by Marillion, and it's already one of my favorites from one of my new favorite bands. Really big time masterpiece that one is. If you haven't seen it yet, take a look at that one, Marillion's Ocean Cloud. I'm telling you, it was really, really good. We didn't have a video on Thursday, but on Friday we ended off the week with some Immigrant Song from Led Zeppelin, and that's going to be great, or it was fun to hear, but it was great to release for y'all, and loved it. What a great week. Holy crap, Andrew, that's awesome. He says, thank you for Ocean Cloud. Went and got the whole Marbles album. That's what we do. Y'all are like, ooh, there's a piece of that album that I really like. Whoosh. What's the rest of it sound like? That's the idea. That is the idea. And yeah, Relative Time Works, you're right. I still have a ton of Marillion to get to. Soggy's like, yeah, all the marbles? Yeah, we're putting all the marbles in. And it's going to be fun. We then had a council hangout this past Saturday, just yesterday. And that was a fun time to always hang with the council. And according to all of that, we got started with our new courses last week. We had our introduction to musicianship on Monday and an orchestration class on Tuesday. If you missed getting in those classes to start and you still want to join, there is time. You've only missed one session. You also, the way to do it is to go to the Patreon and look at all of the tiers, and you can get into either the introduction class or the orchestration class. We've got room for you. We're going through February and March in those classes, and we're having a load of a time already. It's really, really fun. I love teaching, and we're off to a great start. And so it's great. Janine is asking, is there a new master list? No, there's not. I haven't gone through yet and done another run through all of the submissions. I hope to do that today or tomorrow, so it won't be too long before we get to another master list update. Thank you, Janine, for that. And I know, Janine, I've got the White Side of Queen listed on a Friday. Not this coming week, but coming up. So it's on the calendar to get to the rest of Queen 2, which we heard the Black Side back around Thanksgiving, wasn't it? I think, or the first of December, something like that. And so it's time to get back to the rest of it. Excellent, excellent. Hi, John. Good to see you. All right. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. So, what are we up to this week? Y'all need to know. That's why you've tuned in. So, I will tell you. We're starting tomorrow with some more music by Tool. I'm going back to Tool, and I'm excited because I was talking with my brother, and he was like, when are you doing Tool again? I'm like, oh, actually on Monday. And he said, well, which one are you doing? And I'm like, actually, I haven't figured it out yet. I just had Tool in Monday, and I was going to decide which one later on. And he said, have you listened to Rosetta Stone yet? And I said, no. He says, well, then that has to be the one. So we're doing Rosetta Stone tomorrow from Tool. And I'm always pumped to go back from Tool. They're earthy, they're rhythmic, they're like mantra-esque. It's just amazing, their sound with Maynard's vocals and the rest of the band just being Tool, man. It's really, really great. So tomorrow, Rosetta Stone is coming up. On Tuesday, we are going to another Behind the Score for our patrons over on Patreon. And this month, we are returning to The Planets Suite by Gustav Holst. This was a suggestion last year, and we decided, we'll just do a movement at a time. There was a lot of people that were interested in The Planets by Holst. There's quite a bit of orchestration techniques that Holst did in that piece. It's towards the beginning of the 20th century, right? That were adopted by rock and prog and heavy metal bands in the 70s and 80s. And some of those ideas kind of link the fans of this style of music to the fans of this Holst piece. And we've been really having a great time going through it. So we're up to movement 4 tomorrow. Thank you, Ray, for submitting the planets. Yeah, other people submitted them as well. But a whole lot of those. Alf, when we get to the end, we'll see if we want to do Pluto. We'll see. For sure. Robert, I'm sure that several people have stolen some chord progressions from it. I've been known to steal some chord progressions from classical composers that I like. Right? The chord.
All composers do it.
Yeah, all composers steal from other composers. It's just how we spice our own pieces, how we finish them, how we present them, the voicings and all that sort of stuff. That's what makes our music sound like our music. Those specific pieces in there. That's right, Time Works. We've got Halftime. Usher is doing the halftime show today. I've heard some of Usher's stuff, and I think he's fine. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing. Megan's laughing at me.
I think he's fine.
He's fine. I don't know enough to say he's awesome. I don't know, but I will be watching, and I will.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a great show. I expect. Wolfram, no. I'm asking if I got a chance to see Earthside in Philadelphia this past week. They are opening for Caligula's Horse on this tour. Two great bands that I have heard here on the channel, and with my sciatic pain in my back being what it is, I'm just trying to get well enough for the 1st of March when I'm going to see Haken and Big Big Train on the same weekend. And so I'm just trying to get up for that one. Later on in March, I'm going to see Rick Wakeman on his tour, and I'm looking forward to that as well. Herr Leffe is saying Doug should do the halftime show. I think I could get up there and dance. I could put my my Queen jacket on.
That'd be a really good time.
Yeah. Radio Dougie. Radio. I don't know. Cool. Yeah, Big Fooney, I have heard all of Fauna live. I listened to it before I heard Haken last year. And we played some of their latest from Fauna yesterday in the chat, or in the council hangout. It was really fun. I am hoping, Sagi, to tell Annie Haslam hello in person. I'm going to the show with Rick Wakeman where Annie is joining him as special guest. So I am hoping that I can swing away just to say hello and get to meet her finally in person. It was great to meet her via Zoom now a couple years ago. And we've been in touch occasionally via email. And she's lovely. So, Dragon, come on now. Dragon and Split. I don't know. I'm going to have to put them in the corner. They're saying go San Francisco.
Huh.
It's okay. It's okay. Vote root for who you say you want to root for. Okay? Let's see. What is up this week? So we've got Tool Rosetta Stone. I'm going to do Behind the Score with Jupiter, the Jupiter movement from Holst on Wednesday. Wednesday is a special day. It is not only Ash Wednesday, it's Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, a word of warning, or let me be your helper this week. Valentine's Day is on the 14th this year, friends. It's coming up. So if you haven't thought about that, TikTok, okay? Make sure.
Doug. Have you thought about it?
I have. Megan's saying, have I thought about it? I have to play a service at 7:30, but I have reservations at one of our favorite local restaurants after our Ash Wednesday service.
Perfect.
And thinking we might have to have some steak and some wine and some cheesecake. And then we'll go home and take some Pepto and fall right to bed.
There you go.
We'll be tired by then. Awesome. Dan, yeah. Why is it always the men who have to make an effort for women on Valentine's? That's what Dan is asking that.
That's fair.
Megan says that's
Very
fair.
That's very fair.
So what have you planned, Megan?
I've planned to.
You've planned to go to dinner with me?
I've planned to try to do things to help you throughout the day, to help try to alleviate your body pains.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah. We both have pains and body aches right now, y'all.
Yeah, it's not a pretty picture.
We're kind of the blind leading the blind around here right now.
We're the in pain leading the in pain.
Indeed. But on Wednesday, for Valentine's Day, I've had this plan for quite a while, y'all. We're going to do Romeo and Juliet. Not by Shakespeare, by Dire Straits.
I love that song.
I don't know if I've heard it.
You've heard it.
I've heard it, she says.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, though. I don't remember it. But I'm going to do some more Dire Straits. I don't think we've heard any from them since last fall. And it's great to get back to music from Dire Straits. Here's what else is happening on Wednesday, y'all. I get to interview Steve Hackett. How about that? Woo! I should wear this. I'm like, Steve, what's going on? This came about really quickly last week. I was trying to get a few more interviews on the channel, and I happened to see some PR put out about Steve Hackett's new album and his tour coming out, and I just happened to have good luck with timing. I emailed one of his PR guys. They happened to see it. 10 minutes later, they're like, yeah, let's set it up, and it's going to happen on Wednesday this week. I'm going to release that on Thursday. That's my plan, that I will release that interview on Thursday, because his new album comes out on Friday. So we've got a great timing for our conversation this week. We chatted with the council yesterday, and I've got a whole bunch of questions and things to talk with him about. So I'm looking forward to it. Y'all are excited as well, and that makes me happy. Robert says he's an underrated guitarist? Yeah, he is. You know, it's interesting. I told the council this yesterday when I first started hearing and listening to the early or classic Genesis from the 70s. I knew of Genesis from the 80s, the Invisible Touch album and all that stuff, you know. But when I started listening to them back from the 70s, Tony caught my eye as a keyboard player. Peter's voice caught my eye, and you know, Phil's playing caught my ear as well. And Steve was one of the last players in that classic lineup that I really focused in on and said, this guy's good. This guy's really, really good. He could come out and play you a lead when he needs to, and really take over. He's got great technique, but he can also kind of just sit back and be kind of an orchestrational player. And I admire him for his longevity, and he's continuing to put out music and continuing to put in the work. And I'm looking forward to interviewing him this week. Let's see, what are y'all saying? Yeah, he's underrated, but also highly rated. I think he's universally not looked to as one of the great guitar players, but for the people that are fans of him, they know that he is one of the great guitar players. And it's going to be wonderful. Daniel's asking if I'm going to react, or when I'm going to react to Kid A. Well, I've got to finish the bins first, and I think that I'm going to finish the bins in a few weeks. So let me wait, maybe till the middle of this year. I'll get back to more from Radiohead. But this Friday, how are we gonna finish up this week? Here's what I'm gonna do, y'all, and I think it's gonna be the last time that I try this. A few weeks ago in January, we took a look at side 1 of Diary of a Madman from Ozzy Osbourne, his second solo album. And I was really taken with it, of course, and surprised by the quality of the songwriting, and just overwhelmed by Randy's guitar playing, right? It got released to YouTube, but then it got blocked just a few days ago. So I need to upload that side 1 video to Patreon so people can see it if they want to. But I've got the second side of this hanging out there. And so what I'm going to do is look at Diary of a Madman, side 2, on Friday. And I think it may be the last time that I try some music from Ozzy Osbourne. They're just too difficult to get around blocks. I thought about not even doing the second side, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to record it early and see if because I'm expecting it to get blocked initially. And normally if I have 48 hours before it goes live again, normally after 48 hours and I submit my dispute, I can get it unblocked. And then it's just a matter of time before they come back and say, nope, and we're going to pull it back again. So stay tuned. But Friday I'm going to plan on getting to Diary of a Madman, side 2. So we've got Tool, we've got Holst with the Jupiter theme from the Planets, Dire Straits, Steve Hackett, an interview, and Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, Meg.
You mentioned doing the Holst for Behind the Score on Tuesday. Someone asked earlier in the chat about whether or not which theme are you doing?
Jupiter.
Someone asked about if the Jupiter theme is based on a hymn.
Ah, that really lovely tune in the middle of Jupiter. How does it go? I've got my keyboard here. Is that the tune you're thinking of? I think that's it. No, Holst wrote that. And it's been adapted into several hymnals. which is why it kind of rolls off my hands a little bit because I played it a few times.
I feel like it's a classic British hymn, though, no?
But Holst wrote it.
He did write
Holst wrote it. He was part of that generation of British Anglican writers. In the midst of and after World War I, a whole bunch of organists and musicians got caught up in that war, and there was a real concerted effort to reconstitute the bench. In other words, and really inform and lift up and invigorate young organists and church musicians, especially in England, and with him and Vaughan Williams and a few others now that I'm blanking on it. But who wrote Perry? His last name, I think his first name's Hubert. Britain was a little bit later, but yeah, Soggy, Britain as well. He was more World War II era and after. But yeah, a lot of those new hymns came into existence by these big-time composers at the time. Yeah, Johnny, I vow to thee, my country. It's wonderful, sturdy tune. And so we're going to take a look at not only that tune, but how he fits it right in the middle of that movement. And it's really only done in full once. And there's other stuff around it, so we're gonna break that down. It's gonna be fun. So again, this week, y'all, we've got Tool, we've got the Jupiter theme from Holst, we've got Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet, an interview with Steve Hackett, and side 2 from Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. What a week. What a week. And council members, we're going to have the next Doug on Demand on the 18th. Bill, I'll get that Zoom to you either today or tomorrow. I wanted to not have multiple active Zoom links out there. So now that the council meeting from yesterday is complete, now I'll put the Zoom link out for the rest of y'all so we can get ready for the next Doug on Demand. It's going well, isn't it, y'all? Woo! Let's see, what else are y'all asking about? Yeah, Vaughan Williams is a great composer. He's one of my favorites too, Robert. Yeah, Johnny, eclectic week. We always try to bring a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, especially if it's not in one week. Take a look at us month by month, because that's kind of how we do it. Within the course of a month, I'll want to have some metal. I'll want to have some prog, some classic prog, some new prog. I'll look to have some pop, some rock, maybe some jazz fusion, some anime, some gaming, and we can just kind of distribute those over the course of a month and make sure that we have all of our hands in the cookie jar. And I'm excited for that. Ray, when are those music club events happening? I haven't looked yet. We've got some listening parties for our fan favorites that's coming up this month. That is now active on our Discord, where you can submit your piece that adheres to this month's genre topic. And this month we are asking for your favorite acoustic songs, unplugged, all acoustic instruments, whether it's a metal song that's stripped down and done acoustically, or something that a singer-songwriter did and it was always meant to be done acoustically. Whatever you got, that's what we're up to. And it's the first time that we've done this particular genre for our fan favorites, so I'm really excited to see what our community comes up with, y'all, on Friday and Saturday. Okay, thank you, Ray. So check out the events in our Discord, friends, and you can check that out and be a part of it. For the fan favorites listening, I stay away because I need to keep a fresh perspective for the ones that make the video. But if you want to vote on some of these and you haven't heard them, come to our listening parties. They're a lot of fun, and we play through several, and you can get a sense for what people have submitted for our fan favorites. Holy crap, Jason, random question, but who is the greatest composer of all time if I had to choose? Shit. greatest composer of all time. They are each a product of their time. Okay? But who was best in the product of their time, and who has built long-lasting, beyond their lifetime pieces? Megan says Bach. That's the first one that really comes to mind, but I'm going to throw a curveball at you too, because he just had a birthday not too long ago. John Williams.
Yes.
John Williams, with his body of work over the last 50 plus years, he doesn't write symphonies, and he doesn't write, concertos and that sort of thing, but the stuff that he writes is legendary, y'all. And he's a chameleon, and he can do it all. And never heard a bad note from John Williams. Debussy's wonderful. One of my favorites is Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn, for me, is a person who combines the contrapuntal nature of Bach with the melodicism of the classical period of somebody like Mozart, with some of the Romantic era harmonies like you will see in Beethoven and Schubert and all these guys, and he does them just well together. I love Mendelssohn's writing. And Ray, okay, Doug, music club event for the soundtrack of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. I don't know what that is. Ray, is that a game or an anime? Andrew, I love Copland as well. Jason, Beethoven is a hard one to okay, it's an anime, Ray says. Thank you. Beethoven's a hard one to deny. As a person who's a choir geek, Beethoven wrote some great choir music, but he wasn't a great choir or vocal composer. No.
But symphony, the symphony as a form.
Yeah, Megan's chiming in. But his symphonies are still among the best loved of all time.
I mean, he perfected.
Yeah.
I think symphony as a form.
Yeah.
I
think so too.
Yeah.
Perfected symphony as a form. Awesome. One more time, friends. I think that it is time for me to go get my lunch, and we'll move on to other things. I'm going to try, I think, to get one or two of these videos done yet this afternoon before I shut down for Super Bowl festivities, so that I can get ahead of the game. I don't have anything pre-recorded for this week, so I'm going to have to get at it, y'all. So later on, tomorrow we've got Tool, Rosetta Stone, and our musicianship class. On Tuesday we've got Holst and the Planets, the Jupiter theme, and our orchestration class. Okay? Wednesday, Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet. Thursday, I am releasing my interview, my yet-to-be conducted interview with Steve Hackett. And on Friday, we're going to finish up Diary of a Madman, Side 2 from Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, what do we got, Ray? Maybe we should put the class... Yeah, we should put the class on the calendar. I'll see if I can do that as well. Excellent. Yeah, Margaret, football. That's what that is. You know, it's funny. I didn't really watch any football during the regular season. I don't think I saw a full game the entire season. They've been doing these great things on YouTube where they'll put the highlights in like a 14 or 15 minute video, and you can just see all of the scoring plays and the important plays. And that's how I've been watching the NFL this season. But I believe I will rest and take in the game and all of the festivities and hoopla around it. And we'll see. Yeah, Russ, go Chiefs. Okay, sounds good. What time do I think I will post the interview with Hackett? Yeah, it's probably going to be 4 or 4:30. I doubt that I will do a premiere for that one. I'll probably just release it. It depends on how soon I get it edited, quite frankly. But the interviews typically don't take a whole lot of editing unless we get off on a tangent that I don't want to include. But normally it just requires just getting everything set and exporting it from that. All right. thanks y'all for being with me. Y'all are so active in the chat. I'm thankful for that. And we'll take a deep breath and rest the rest of the day today, and then get back at it. So the first time I will be with you again is tomorrow at 4:30 for some Tool, friends, and I'm looking forward to it. And for those that celebrate, hope you have a great Mardi Gras, Shrove Tuesday, Fat Tuesday, whatever you want to call it, and Ash Wednesday, the start to Lent, and Valentine's Day, and the whole nine. There's also a Lunar New Year coming in there as well. So a lot of stuff is going on, and I thank you for hanging out and spending some time with me. I believe that is all for today. I will send your get well messages to Megan. I will take some for myself as well, and we'll be back with you as soon as we are able. Cheers, friends. Much love to all of you. Hope you have a great week. Signing off. Okay, I think we're done. Did I get the right note and the right button this time? Whoop, that's not the way that I do it. No, shoot. I can never do this right, can I? Well, I think I got it now.